everyone, it's Sophia here from mygreatchallenge.blogspot.com, and I finally got the motivation to start big projects again. It's spring. Tomorrow is the 31st of March. Well, it's been spring for about a week now, but that's all right. There's a lot of things to do around the house when it's time to do some spring cleaning. So I printed out a list from marthastewarts.com that I'm going to show you, but I just felt that it was not exactly what I wanted to do. There was a lot of things that are common sense, like, you know, rotating mattresses and things like this, but I still have things to do around the house that I have been procrastinating for quite some time. And if you've seen my planner video, it's I'll put the link below. You'll know that I have this ongoing list, room by room, of things that need to be done. So what I've pretty much did this time around was incorporate all of the things that I want to do around the house, in addition to the stuff that Martha Stewart's tells you to do. So let me show you the list that Martha Stewart's put up together first. So I got this on the internet, and it's just from marthastewart.com, and then you just go and do a search on spring cleaning checklist, and it just has basic things to do around the house. And it tells you on the second page, room by room, like for instance, kitchen, you know, you want to dust the refrigerator vents and all of this stuff. So it's all good, but it just doesn't seem very comprehensive to me. So what I did is that I purchased one of those little notebook things from, I guess I got this at Michael's, and I think it was like under $2. So it's pretty neat, actually. I like it. It's portable, and it has this little rubber band here, so to me it means that I can stuff it with a whole bunch of stuff and just, you know, be able to close it so that nothing falls off. So I like that. Anyway, so what I did was basically my own list. So I started like with windows, you know, washing and out, wash curtains, fix the check the fixture, check the hands, things like this. And I have doors, and I'm leaving a blank page on the back just in case I want to add things. I have another one for floors. This one is for bath tiles. I have bookcases and fireplace, a furnace, kitchen, ongoing list. See, it's going a little bit on the back, living room, etc., etc. So I'm doing every room in the house and things that I want to do as part of my spring cleaning project. Of course, this is not going to be a 2-weekend deal. I'm going to be working on this on an ongoing basis. However, what I like about this is the little checkbox that I made here. I can keep this for next year. What I'm going to do is just take a pencil and check whenever I completed a task, and then I'll erase it once it's all done, and I have this ready for next year. So if I see something else that needed to be done that I forgot or that's not on the Martha Stewart list, then I can just add it to this, and this will be my ongoing home management, spring cleaning, and then seasonal cleaning as well, because I can put tabs on top for spring, summer, fall, and winter prep. So yeah, I like the whole idea. So today's a dreary day. It's raining again here in Jersey, so I can't really do the windows and things like this. So what I've decided to do instead was this big project I've been procrastinating forever, and I think I talked about it in one of my earliest video about 1.5 years ago, and it's the big bookcase in my living room. So let me just give you a quick tour of the living room, because I don't know if you've all seen the original videos that I did on this. That was the dining room in the back. So here's the living room. It's just, you know, a little sitting area here. There's a fireplace. All of this is going to be clean. We have another sofa here with dogs lounging, of course. And the bookcase I'm talking about is not this one, although this one I'm going to talk about today as well, is this big bookcase right here. Let me pull out a little bit so you can really see what I'm talking about. This is an IKEA bookcase. I think they are called Billy bookcases. It's 3 of them next to each other with an empty space in the middle where I place the small TV that we have for the living room. And the biggest problem with this bookcase is that there's a little bit of everything in there. Collections and items that I found at garage sales, items that belong to the family, items that I found in donation boxes or that I purchased at the library, and books that we purchase ourselves. But there's a little bit of everything, and I really need to straighten it out. For one, I want to be able to display some of our favorite objects in there, as well as our collection. So there's a lot of books here that don't belong to this bookcase. They belong to the bookcases. And look at what my dog is doing. Get over here. Get it. Get over here. Get over here. Drop it. Drop it. I'm going to turn around. See? I can't leave anything around. This guy will eat. Look at that little bite mark. Where are you? No. Le chiffre, no. Not an ounce of guilt. I know that. All right, let's put this over here instead. All right, so what I want to do is be able to clear out the space and make it a little bit less cluttered and add some of the objects like this little Victorian basket here, or maybe this vase and my little doll when I was a kid, and you know, little heirloom things here and there, just to kind of space out books and give it more of an airy you know, appearance, because this is just too much. It's a big mess. And in order for me to do that, I have to make a decision as to what's going to stay here in the living room and what I'm going to have to bring downstairs to the basement, because not every book in this bookcase belongs to a collection or belongs to the living room area. The books that I want here are only either collections or reference books, such as decoration books and maybe history books or art books, things like this. But any kind of novel that's modern, let's say, I don't know, like a Dean Koontz, things like that, they don't belong here. I have some of those right here, obviously, that don't belong in this bookcase. Dogs, live birds, things like that. Doesn't belong here. And then the other thing is that I have another bookcase right here in the dining room that collapsed the other day. And this one is a collection of Charles Dickens books and other books here. And then this is my entire collection of home decoration and home styling and things like this. And that I want to put in that bookcase. So yeah, it's a big project. But like I said, I've been procrastinating it for a while because I know it's going to take me a long time to do this, but it has to get done because I just can't stand it anymore. I'm watching TV or I'm reading and I'm looking at this bookcase and I'm just seeing it as an eyesore right now. It's just not appealing to me anymore. And I love books. My husband loves books. The kids, we can keep up with them, with their reading. They read constantly. So it's not like books are going to stop coming to the house. We're going to continue to have books coming in. And the basement probably has, I would estimate, 3 times more books than this bookcase. If you've been watching my previous videos about my basement, you know that I have not gotten around doing the bookcases yet in the basement. I have to build them. So I'm not going to get the same system for my IKEA because the basement is not tall enough. So yeah, those bookcases would not fit with the low ceilings. So I have to build the bookcases. So that's another project I have to do. But anyway, in the meantime, this is the bookcase I have to work on today. So here's a good before look, and I'm probably going to show it to you again at the end. So let's just say here's the before again, so you can see how cluttered it is. And then over here. Now on this side here, I have the only collection of magazines that I'm keeping, which is the French Marie Claire Idée, and I may not keep them in this room. I'm definitely going to keep them, but I don't want to keep them in this room anymore. And then I have some photo albums here that are falling apart because I did like some, you know, haphazard kind of like scrapbooking thing that's falling apart. And these you've seen before. That was a blog post I did on how to save magazine articles. So I have cooking and things like that. So that's probably going to have to go somewhere else. But these are in good shape because I, you know, made sure that I did something that would stay for a while and not get completely damaged like these. So these have to be entirely redone. So anyway, let me get started. I'm gonna get the tripod and I'm gonna work in steps. The first steps is going to be to remove every single book in this bookcase that I do not want here in the living room. What are you guys doing? What's going on? pardon the interruption. Yeah, so that's one thing I want to do. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to remove every book in here that I don't want to have in this bookcase, and are going to be moved down to the basement. Now, the second thing I wanted to let you know about is that there's a book collection here. It doesn't look like it because they're all over the place. They're here, 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 and here. And these are the 100 books of the century. And I think, I'm not sure, hold on, let me get the list. I'm not sure, but I believe that my husband and I managed to get the entire 100. So here's the list. Now, unfortunately, when I pulled out the list, and when you get it out of the New York Times or the Modern Library, they don't list them by alphabetical order. They list them by, I guess, the best books. And it goes on and on for 100 of them. So originally we had tried to put them in alphabetical order, and what happened when you do that is that they are these different sizes. You get big books, small books, different publisher and things, and I don't think I'm going to be able to place them in a way where they're going to be all the same size. They're going to be too hard. Would you stop? They're going to be too hard to find if I do that. So I'm just going to go and put them in the same order than this. That's going to allow me to see which ones I'm missing, and then I have to go downstairs and upstairs and in the office to see if maybe the books are scattered. But I'm pretty sure I have either all of them, or if I'm missing any, I may be missing 5 or 6, something like that. So that would be another project, was be to locate them and purchase them, or find them at a book sale or something. Anyway, so yeah, let me get the tripod, and I'm just gonna start removing all of the books that I do not want to have in this bookcase. Okay, so I have the Encyclopedia Britannica, which I'm going to keep here. But these are the book of the year, and I have them from 1967, I think, up to 2011. So that's going to go downstairs, even though it's a reference book, only because it takes too much room. So I'm going to keep the encyclopedia, and this is what the bookcase looks like. Look at all the dirt. Isn't it nasty or what? So these are the book of the century, and then there's the James Bond book collection here. These are just books that I like to have here. This is an entire collection of books about antiques. This is art books right here. This is books about needlepoint and things like this. So that's a collection too. This is my collection of etiquette book. And then there's Ayn Rand here, which is one of my husband's favorites, so we're going to keep it here as well. Yeah, I collect etiquette books. Some of them are really, really old. Like this one, for instance, is from, I believe, 1865. So anyway, so I collect etiquette books, so they're here. And then here we got more books that I'm going to bring downstairs, but I'm putting them here because I believe that some of them are part of the collection for the 100 books of the century. So I'm going to have, when I can't find the book in here, which strangely enough doesn't look like 100 books, I'm going to have to go and look in there first. So yeah, let me get the a rag and a spray, and I'm going to start cleaning those shelves. And what I think I'm going to do is start with the 100 books of the century, and instead of having them here and here, I'm going to put them all into one section, and we're going to see how much space they're going to take, and whether or not I can put some knickknacks in between just to kind of space it out a little bit. Alright, so here's the list. I got my pen. I'm just going to go over each one of them and replace them in that order, starting with the top shelf over here, and you know, shift them as I go, and that's gonna go all the way down. So it's gonna take me a while, but it's gotta get done. Well, give it to me for making a big goof. I'm looking over this list, and as you can see, the circles are the books I don't have, and as I'm going through it, I only have these part of the list, and all of this here is not part of the list. So obviously I had the wrong list. So now I'm going back, and I finally found the list that has all of the other books, so I got to do it over. Yeah, it's I know it's gonna be a challenge, but anyway, I'm gonna go over this list and then add whatever books I need to add in here. It's delaying me a little bit, but hey, I've got to do it, and I enjoy touching and looking at books anyway, so that's not a big deal for me. I hate to say this, but I'm not seeing much progress in the way this looks. It's still unbelievably cluttered. So, 100 books of the century are here. I combine the two lists, and I do have some missing, about 20 of them, which is a little bit more than I expected. But I know that some of them are in the house. I just gotta find them. And then here I put all the James Bond and all the Ayn Rand. And then this is the rest of the classic books by the same authors that are in the 100 novel of the century, and I got to put them in alphabetical order. So these are by numbers from the list, and these I'm going to put by alphabetical order because that's going to be much easier to find. And some of the ones that are in here are in the other list, and some of the ones that are in here are not in the other list. So you get the idea, they kind of like combine. But anyway, all of the classic books are going to be here, and then I have this space there that I have to reorganize, and of course it's getting to be quite messy in the living room, but I don't know if I'm seeing any progress yet. It's 2.5 hours into it, and I'm just exhausted, not to mention the dust. Okay, well that's done. Alright, so to recap, 100 novel of the century, the one list we had, Ayn Rand and James Bond, and then this is the rest of the classics with a mix and match from the two lists. Well, there's two other lists that I had, but these are by alphabetical order. These are by order of the list, so looks much better, I think, but I still have all of this to take care of, and I just can't believe I had all those books in there. No wonder it looked, hey, Shiv. Yeah, I know. No wonder it looked cluttered. It's unbelievable how many books I had in there. Alright, let me go grab the collection that's over there of Charles Dickens, and I have to find a prominent place for them because these are beautiful books, and I think I'm going to put them right there. I am in over my head with this project. I really am. Look at this. I couldn't put the Dickens on top because they weren't fitting, and I needed to put my little family heirlooms there. So I put the Dickens over here instead, and got some of the rest of the collections here. And now I got to take care of this because I want to bring all of my art books here at the bottom, and then all of my home collections here. So I got to declutter this whole space here, which is going to leave an empty space over there, and then I'm going to figure out a way to fill it up. Okay, I'm done. Altogether, this took 5.5 hours. I had no idea it was going to take me that long. Look at me, I'm a mess. So anyway, 5.5 hours, and I am covered in dust. It's time for me to go take a shower. But I think there's progress. So let me just give you a look from the left. So if you remember, I had a whole bunch of stuff here. I cleared that out. On this shelf here, I removed the magazine, and I have all of my home decoration book, and then I have a Fenton glass right here. And then at the bottom I put all of the books that are related to antiques and collectibles because they kind of fit together. Now I'm not sure if I want to leave that empty space like this or if I want to kind of crisscross it. I got to think about that. Here it is after, so I'm going to try to move back a little bit, and this is what I've done, and it took 5.5 hours. Is that crazy or what? So yeah, I think there's some improvement. It looks less cluttered. It's still not what I wanted, but I have too many books, period. I need more bookcases. So classic books are over here. On those two shelves here, I added one right there. I have all my etiquette books, and what I did is that the ones that are here laying flat are all of my etiquette books before 1940. So it's like Victorian times, and then 20s, 30s, 40s, and maybe, yeah, up to 41, I think. And then these are the more modern ones, the 50s, 60s, 70s, and then the ones that are current. Here, you've seen that already. I put some family heirloom that need to be washed because they've been in cabinets for years and years and years. But I need to polish the silver here and over there, and then this one has to be, the Roseville here has to be washed. But anyway, I wanted them to be safe and secure. They're on top of the shelf. The shelf is not going anywhere. So I'm feeling pretty safe about these here. Before they were over there, I wasn't sure whether the kids, the dogs, whatever, we're gonna drop them or, you know, break them. So that's staying here. I have some flat books here that are a little bit odds, I guess, and ends, like the ones from my husband when he was in the Navy, and then all my collectibles about Napoleon, the TV. That's the collection of Dickens, which I believe is incomplete. I'm missing 2 more volumes. There's the encyclopedia here. Journeys Through Booklands. These are beautiful children's books from the 1920s. Really, really like them. But again, it's incomplete. And then I have really, really pared down this shelf right here, which now is pretty much nothing but art books. So I have the odds one right here. I have some laying flat, some laying flat here, and then over here I did kind of a wave pattern, if you can see that. So I have a pile of books here and some knickknacks and, you know, some World's Greatest Thinkers. So that's philosophy books, and these are very old too. They're from 1920 something. Have more knickknacks here and another little family thing that belongs to my mother, and more books. Old whiskey jug. I have one here, and then I have another one over there, an old print, old bronze bell. That's actually a governor's bell. And then art books over here, and then this big thing I absolutely love. It's actually holding candles in the back, but I'm planning on making it a lamp instead, and put some light bulbs and have it on the electrified. It's a pagoda I found at Home Goods, so cheap, but I like it. So that goes over here, and these are all the books that have to move down to the basement. So I did remove quite a lot of books from the shelf, and then the one over there, don't mind the mess, the one over there is gone. So now I have more light in the dining room, and that's a plus. And let me see what I wrote down in terms of the bookcase stuff. Let me see, because remember, this is part of spring cleaning. So floors, bathtub, kitchen, living room, dining room, laundry. Okay, hold on. Windows, doors. Bookcases. Alright, bookcases. I had purge and donate. Yeah, I do have some that I need to give. Check out for repairs on spines. I did that. Clean and reorganize. I did that. Purge magazines. I haven't done that yet. And seasonal decor. That's a no. I'm not going to do that. I don't have time for this. So, yeah. My spring cleaning is starting, and so like I said, this was the first project. I have many more to go, like the washing of the curtains and the pillows and all of that, but you know, I'll walk you through everything that I'm doing. But I'm just glad I'm getting back together with organizational projects, because I did a lot of beauty stuff lately, and this was really, really bothering me, the whole bookcase not being put together. So it looks better. It's not great, but it looks better. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe. This was Sophia from mygreatchallenge.blogspot.com, and I will talk to you later. Bye!